Okay, we're going to do the assembly of the train, so we'll start with a new standard IAM, which is the assembly. And again, make sure that you're working under the mini train project. Under the standard IAM, the first thing we got to do is we got to place the parts. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the axle peg, of which we need 4 of those. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right click, done. Place. We need a cow catcher, and if you hold down the control key you can multiple select. Hitch peg. The stack train body. Open. We need 1 of those. Right click, done. Place. We need a hitch, the linkage peg and the wheel 4 times also. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right click, done. Place. And the linkage arm, we need 2 of those. 1, 2. Right click, done. Okay, so if you want, you can start separating all your little pieces. Pegs, hitch magnet are going to go to the back, cow catcher in the front, 1 linkage arm to each side. Those are the little linkage pegs. Okay, alright, so we're going to start doing this. Obviously the piece that first got grounded was the very first piece that I put, which was this little peg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ground my train body. So I'm going to right click, ground the train body. So now this piece is the one that doesn't move, and I'm going to unground or deselect the grounded for the axle peg. Okay, so just remember to keep your train body grounded at all times so that your orientation does not become, I guess, disoriented. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this one. Start with a wheel. You can use the letter G as a shortcut to individually turn one of the pieces. So if you do that, right click, done. Now we can go ahead and make one of the constraints. So click on constraint, and we're going to use an insert constraint. So if you just click on insert, just make sure that you click on this ring right here, or on this edge of the circle, and then this edge of the circle. Alright, so click on apply, and let's see if it's, yeah, it looks like it's working alright. Now let's go ahead and do that for this wheel too. Letter G is the shortcut for an individual rotation. Right click, done. Constrain, insert this circle to this circle. Apply. Okay. Now let's also do the same thing for these axle pegs. We can turn these around. Right click, done. Constraint, insert, and then if you need to get close you can zoom in. This circle is going to be constrained to the bottom part of the head of the axle peg. Click on apply, and let's do the same thing for this one and this one. Apply. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and cancel this wheel. Let's turn it around. We're going to do it to this side too. So the inside part of the wheel is already facing us. So let's go ahead and constrain, insert, and we'll select this part with this part. Apply. This wheel to the one on the front. Apply. Alright. Let's go ahead and select the bottom part of the pegs. This one with this one. Apply. And this one with the back part of the wheel. right click. Oh, actually you can go ahead and cancel now. Let's go ahead and do the hitch peg and the hitch magnet at this point. Just bring in the parts a little bit closer because they are far away. Alright, let's do the same thing. Constraint, insert. Alright, this back part with this part of the hitch magnet. Apply. And then this part with, if you want to hold F4, F4 is rotating the whole model. Alright, that should be enough to be able to click on that one. So I'll just click on insert and apply. Okay, most of the parts are done already. Let's work with the linkage arm next. Alright, this part of the linkage arm is going to be inserted right here. Make sure you select the right part. It's not way down here or up here. It's got to be the middle section. Okay, and then it should end up like this. So this looks pretty good. Click on apply. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this linkage arm on this side just so that it can get pretty close to where I want it. Okay, and I'm going to be using the F4 key to rotate as soon as I start my constraint. So insert this part, and then if you can't select it from this side, again like I said, use the F4 key. Okay, and I can take a little peek right here. Alright, it's not giving me any trouble, which is good. Apply, cancel. Let's go to the other side. Constraint, insert. Alright, select again the inside part of the linkage arm, and then this part of the wheel. Okay, almost done. Apply. Alright, let me move this one up, just out of the way. Constrain, insert. That's the part that I want to select. Hold down the F4. Okay, there's a linkage arm to this part right here. Apply. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. Let's go ahead and turn these little pegs. Let's get them closer to the linkage arm. Letter G, so that we can see the bottom part of the peg. Letter G. Let's turn them in upside down. And let's go ahead and constrain, insert. Let's zoom in a little bit. This part of the peg is going to go into this little hole. Apply. And again, let's do the same thing for this other peg. It's going to go into this hole right here. Apply. Right click, or you can just escape. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Now let's do the other side. Bring in your linkage pegs closer to where you want to insert them, and let's go ahead and turn them upside down with the letter G. Okay, right click, done. Let's go to constraint. Insert this part into this hole. Apply. And this part into this hole. Apply. Okay, we're almost done. The next part that we need to do is the smokestack, and we're going to insert the bottom part of the stack into the bottom part of the smokestack hole. We can't select the top one because it's a curved surface, so we need to click on the bottom part of the hole. That way the smokestack goes all the way in. Apply. One of the things about insert is even after you've inserted a part, it can still rotate because it's just an insert. It's not completely mated or flush to a surface. Okay, The last part that we need to do is the cow catcher. We need to go ahead and put it on the front. So let's turn it with letter G, right click done, let's constraint, insert, and again it's going to be the back part of the peg that's going to be touching the front part of the train body. Apply. Now, because this thing is turning, and I know that sometimes Inventor has a problem with putting two inserts whenever they're in the same plane, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this part upside down, okay, just so that you can see it from the underside. We're going to make a constraint, and we're going to use a different type of constraint, which is the angular constraint or the angle constraint. Click on one of the edges for the cow catcher, and then just click on one of the edges for the train body. Alright, it's not making any changes. Here's one of two things. Either it's going to straighten them out, or you're going to have to turn it 180 degrees. So let's go ahead and make sure that we select the solution, the directed angle. Okay, it seems that it's doing okay. If in any case your cow catcher ended up upside down, just change the angle to 180 degrees. Okay, so if you've clicked on apply, you can always go down to the cow catcher and you can change the angle constraint right there. You can go ahead and offset it. Okay, click on home view. That's our assembled train. So as soon as you're done with that, save your train, and we'll call this train assembly. Save it, and we're done.